That's right. So I had to restart my life, and I just moved out to the Serengeti. That's what the plan was. No, I'm just kidding, guys. No. So what do I mean by I had to restart my life at 30? So basically, kind of what I mean by that is, when I hit 30, I had goals in mind where I wanted to be at in my life. Those plans didn't work out. Those plans basically consisted of I wanted to have a solid job, good career that I had going. I wanted to have a wife. I wanted to be married. And I wanted to try to have at least a kid or two. And of course, owning a home and, all of that stuff. I have none of these things. And turning 30 kind of made me just start rethinking everything in my life. And one of those things was like I had made, I think it was a short that I made about it, was just doing it, just getting out there and doing it. I'm sorry, I am 30. 10 years ago, I was thinking I wanted to get into YouTube. Over 10 years ago, really. I had gotten into YouTube when it first started. I was in middle school at the time. I think I was in 6th grade. I also didn't really have any friends. So, and YouTube had chat rooms. So I would get on and I would go to cool chat rooms of people, like-minded people, and talk and had a good time. It was a way for me to be able to, escape, the life that I was living. I, made friends on there, and it was a way for me to engage with other people. I had some I lived in a cul-de-sac, so there were some cul-de-sac kids that I had to play with, and, all that stuff. But, I needed more than that. And so YouTube was just always there. YouTube has always been there for me in my life. And when I grew into high school and I started seeing all these dudes start making gaming channels and all this stuff, I was like, that's amazing. You can record yourself and make videos on video games. That's the coolest thing ever. And it inspired me, and it made me want to do that. Not having any money, not really knowing how to do it, not knowing anybody that did it, I was never able to get into it. Fast forward a little bit, there's also blogger, whatever's, basically what I'm doing right now. So, that was another thing that people started doing this. And I was like, that's really cool, blah, blah, blah. It'd be cool to make cool video. And not just stuff like this, but also so I'm really into Resident Evil, obviously. And there was these cool ass videos where people would be they'd basically cosplay and make scenes and stuff from the games in real life. Or they'd make their own little movie. Mostly stuff around the Raccoon City stuff. So I'd see all these cool videos of dudes either dressed as Stars or UBCS or Umbrella or whatever, doing all kinds of cool shit. And that was something that I wanted to do. I never did that though. I talked about it a lot. I spent a lot of time watching videos. I was a consumer. I consumed. I never created though, and I didn't invest in myself. I didn't realize that I would have to invest in myself so much, and because I was just a young dumb kid, and so getting older, turning 30, that made me realize I need to be investing in myself more. I wasted too many years just consuming instead of trying to be a producer. I'm not trying to be one of those money guys, I'm definitely not that at all, obviously. But yeah, that was one of those things that I really looked at, and I was like, this is one of those areas where I'm failing in my life. And this is a dream that I've had. I want to do it, so I need to just do it. It made me realize that I was doing things wrong and that I wasn't doing enough for myself. Sorry, I keep hearing something over there, so that's why I keep like looking over there right now. I just like flipped the camera around, whatever, and then I heard like rustling or like running or like something from like over there. It could be either a deer or maybe a person, because I actually did find a tent somewhere out here while I was hiking, and this is a weird area kind of to find a tent, especially in the where it was like hidden in the spot that I found it. Anyway, beside the point. So yeah, and then like investing in myself, spending more time on the things that I actually want to do, and making sure that I have the right people around me. That was a lot of things that I made sure that in 2025 going forward, I'm focusing on from now on. You know, another thing basically that ultimately led to me rethinking everything was my last relationship, which I'll maybe talk about in another video. I don't know. Maybe. Basically, it was awful. I dated this like really abusive person, and this woman was just not good for me or my life, and she made me make a lot of really bad choices. I made a lot of bad choices, and it ended up costing me a lot, like, and I mean like financially and mentally. That's another story, but yeah, that really made me reevaluate like everything and everybody in my life, as well as myself and things that I've been doing with other people. And like, you know, I've been on a roller coaster myself of, you know, how I make friends and like how I keep friends and like all that stuff. I'm not the greatest at it. I'm really not. I'm a big introvert. That's why I'm so into YouTube. Maybe YouTube's why I'm an introvert, but who knows? Kind of worked out this way for a reason. You know, God, that's the way that God works. Everything happens for a reason. And I'm still figuring out that reason right now. And that's why I finally started making these videos. But yeah, my advice to anybody that's like getting out of high school, that you know, if you have something that you even just like remotely think that you want to do, that pursue it immediately, vigorously, until you get it. Because if you wait, you're just going to regret waiting, and it's not going to help you at all. Waiting is not an investment in yourself. And like this one meme that I love, if you're going through something, I know it sucks, like real bad, and sometimes you just want to sit in your room for weeks on end. You can take time to do that. It's okay to take care of yourself and take time to do those things. But you also need to get back on the horse and get back out there. You don't want to wait forever. Get out your feelings. There ain't no money in there.